Everyone wants to be what pays, Koffi Tha Guru.
Techno saying get big cassava. When I first hear the thing, I think say na real farm cassava in the talk. Now somebody come explain to me. Girls for Lagos vex. Slim daddy, big cassava. They no talk. Techno go Abuja for show. As he enter swimming pool, go swim. 9 girls from Lagos call Abuja, investigate Techno. You know, say anybody will enter swimming pool, boxers must gum body. As Techno, they come out from swimming pool, boxers don't gum body. 9 the girls for Abuja carry phone. Techno, big cassava, no be your carrot with the so. Linda KG Insta blog will go blast you. Now Techno by himself enter studio, change the song. Forgot about the big things, so make we talk about the small things, so
Comedian Koffi Tha Guru in an interview with Hip TV shares his opinion on the growth of comedy and also everyone jumping on the bandwagon of being a comic content creator.
Everyone doesn't want to be a organizer. You know why? It doesn't pay. But everyone wants to be what pays. Whatever it is, it's not just comedy. Anything that pays, everybody wants to be there. Somebody started pure water sachet and everybody followed suit. So for as long as that field is blossoming and it can pay the bills, Nigerians will go there and then eventually spoil it. So wait for the precipice and then the decadence. So it's going to happen. So a lot of people who don't have a business being in that line or who are not even taking mentorship or tutelage are all jumping there. Some people are quite intelligent and they belong in that space. But Nigeria is so pedestrian that you are not allowing the real comedians flow in that space. Because every Tom, Dick, and Ali, except Ali Baba, is in there. So I'm hoping the much that you guys are enjoying it now, we're able to have a turnaround of, because still on still, our content cannot travel beyond our Nigerian space. It is still Nigerians in diaspora. It is still, you know, it's not like we're really doing great. Because if indeed we're able to break the ice and cross it into a very fine state, we'll be talking huge numbers, not all this small money everybody's making. We'll be talking international, you know, you can't play most of our stand-up comedy in flight when people are traveling because the content that we speak about is just, it's just not there. And then the few comedians who can do it are not being encouraged because they are not the ones who get the major shows. They are not the ones being publicized all over the place. Nigerians just like that wiki-wacky, pedestrian, rough edge humor all the time. But by now, having done almost 40 years of what we are doing, we should have gone to that panache, that level where a Trevor Noah should see us and be like, Nigerians are a threat. A Dave Chappelle should be like, wow, Koffi Tha Guru, man, that guy is giving me a close marking. You know, Steve Harvey should be like, I don't want to see Alibaba in my space. But we're not getting there yet. We're just having fun. Cruise, with a catch cruise.
Only one collabo 9 Whiskey do with Tiwa Savage. Malok. 9 Whiskey show Tiwa Savage that the yo. Ishu and Babanla. Tiwa Savage no agree lomo. Instead, she lomo. Very soon, then go lomo.
When asked what his advice will be to the new generation comedians, Koffi had this to say.
When you realize that your job basically is a vehicle to emancipation, then you start to use it right. Kabasa, veteran music producer, and I were just talking right now, and we referenced Fela Nicola Poputi. Fela knew ahead that initially Fela was just doing the music too, until somebody woke him up that, no, you have to use your music as a vehicle to reorientate and drive people to a certain destination, until you know that the doctor does not just go become a doctor. He does it for a reason. Until you know that the teacher goes to work for a reason. Until you know that your humor is for a reason, then we're not going to get there. So you have to know that as much as you're having fun, know that it's a vehicle to helping your present circumstance and your future self. Because most of the people that we're talking about, in the next 3, 4, 5 years, they will not be relevant because some other people will come with the same jargons again, take over them. Then they will now start. So, but if everybody starts to have that thought process, like, look, we need to use this thing right. Macaroni does a fantastic job with it. As much as you're having fun, there are some elements of trying to reorientate people, try to impact upon them, and then spread wisdom and knowledge in the best ways possible. But if we have 80% just wanting to just stay in the moment, if them Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby, Eddie Murphy stayed in the moment, American humor will not be at the, we've talked about Michael Crawford. If they had done, I know you don't know who that is. That's Mr. Spencer. If Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean, as much as he didn't say anything, you could see the intelligent, cultured sequences that went into the humor. So we're not doing that yet. We need to get to that point where it is so structured. We have a bunch of very intelligent Nigerian comedians, young guys. But most times when they get the opportunity to perform, they still have to come down to the level of the average pedestrian audience. Until we get to that point, we might never get it right.
On why there haven't been a viral tribute song for late Sound Sultan, Koffi had this to say.
Well, there are several songs. Like I said, Nelson Brown has been working on some of them, and I think some have been released. So just watch out in the media space for some of these things. They're there.
On what to expect from him, Koffi shares that he is working on music, movies, shows and so on, and also a hint on a new movie in the cinema by April.
Koffi is always doing something. If you're following me, you would know. I might not be on your regular radar all the time, but in my own space, I'm constantly activating one thing or the other. So new movies, new album all the time, new music all the time, new content all the time. Because that's me. It's just inert. It's inherent in me to always just continuously push. So just released a new album, Cruise Control. It's a medley. That's volume 4 of my Muludo series. Volume 5 is ready. I'm recording volume 6 next week. Then Famous 5, my music family, we're cooking up something very soon as well. COVID stopped us for a minute. One of our group members, he just had a baby. So new movies are still on board. We're releasing every once in a while. Ajala Travels will be at the cinemas this Easter, so watch out for that.
Good evening, Akure. My name is Ibroli. I'm here to give you information on how to avoid monkeypox. For those of you who like bushmeat, please avoid the one they call kanda.